Today, I'm gonna try and platinum Witcher 3 in the hardest way possible by setting 3 painfully brutal challenges for myself on top of having to beat the game on the hardest difficulty. And if I fail, I'll have to platinum one of the most embarrassing games ever, my Friend Peppa Pig. Witcher 3 has 79 trophies, which include the most missables I've ever experienced in a single trophy hunt, coming in at 20 total. The 3 modifiers for today's video include having to 100% platinum the entire game in 7 days or less without using any buffs, including mutagens, oils, potions, or anything else that would make Geralt stronger in any way. And finally, I'll have to sacrifice one of my 5 magical abilities or signs for the entire playthrough, not being able to use it unless it's required for a story moment or trophy. And to find out which ability that's gonna be, we're gonna spin the wheel. All right, moment of truth. No. No. No, 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 keep going. No, not Quinn, dude. Now, this result was not what I wanted, but little did I know something else would happen during my playthrough that I was not prepared for. The story here kicks off in a dream where we meet a young Ciri who was seemingly slacking off on her studies in favor of training outside, deciding afterwards to take up some training ourselves, where I got the first 2 trophies of the game for performing 10 effective counter attacks in a row and using the combination of an attack, counter, sign, and bomb in under 4 seconds, before waking up in the present day where Geralt's search for Yennefer continued. This would result in a wild goose chase that had us doing a few favors for people in order to get some information, which would be a common theme in this game. Along the way though, I would get our next trophy, Fist of the South Star, for beating somebody in a fist fight without taking any damage. While doing that, I also found 5 different places of power within a 30-minute window, which got me 5 extra ability points, but even more importantly, the next trophy, Power Overwhelming, until Yennefer made my job a whole lot easier by finding us instead, with news that the Emperor demanded to see us. Afterwards, unlocking our first story trophy, Lilac and Gooseberries. But it was on our way to Vizima here that we got our first taste of the Wild Hunt.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
How did you know?
Just the beginning. But then...
Oh no. Oh, this isn't a dream. It's a Wild Hunt. Damn. Oh my God. No. Let's go, dude. The next day, we would have our audience with His Imperial Majesty Emreir van Emrys. And even though he didn't like Geralt because of their past history, he needed our help to find his daughter Ciri, who we learned was actually being pursued by the Wild Hunt. Armed with this information, we set off for Velen in search of her. And it's here we would meet the Bloody Baron, who actually had some knowledge of Ciri's whereabouts, resulting in a flashback where we got to play as Ciri as she helped the lost little girl find her dad, before she ended up meeting the Bloody Baron herself. But sadly, that's where the story ended. To get the rest of it, we had to help the Baron first by finding his wife and daughter, who he claims vanished out of nowhere. From there, we went to go find a local witch who happened to be Kira Metz, in order to see if maybe she knew where Ciri was, but sadly, she did not. We then went off to a nearby cave she heard rumblings about, and it's here we discovered that some mysterious masked elf had been helping Ciri all along, before running into the Wild Hunt again and having to shut down some portals, later unlocking our next trophy for finding our 12th potion formula. Sadly, we didn't learn anything new here on Ciri's whereabouts, but we did get a tip about the Crookback Bog, which was home to 3 witches that might be able to help us find her. After I wrapped that up, I knocked out a nearby Witcher contract, which ended with a tough monster fight at the end, later unlocking the trophy Fearless Vampire Slayer after taking him out. I then picked up Kira's side quest following that, and after getting yet another trophy for reading 30 books, took her down. I know, I'm shameless. Who cares? And convinced her to go to Kaer Morgan, which was required to get the highly missable full set trophy later on in the video for recruiting almost every possible ally for the final battle of the game. Once she headed out, we got our next story trophy for completing her side quest chain. I then went on to seek out the crones, but instead ran into a grumpy old lady who wanted nothing to do with us. Eventually, after some persuasion from a godling child, we got to meet the witches who, you guessed it, needed us to do a job first before revealing anything about Ciri. We went on to destroy the beast for the ladies, and after the job was finished, went to go meet them face to face, where they revealed they had Ciri at one point and tried to eat her before she escaped and got chased down by the wild hunt again. Yeah, these ugly ass witches were clearly evil and did not have our best interests in mind, so after making a few threats, we went on to chase our next lead, which was through finding the Bloody Baron's wife and child, learning later the Baron actually beat his wife and caused her to have a miscarriage, and instead of giving the baby a proper grave, he buried it behind somebody's house. Luckily, we could use this baby to find the Baron's family by transforming it from a botchling to a lubberkin through a ritual that required us to give the child a proper burial and a name. The next morning, the transformation was complete and we followed the lumberkin to a nearby cabin, later learning from the family there that the old lady serving the crones from earlier in this video was actually the Baron's wife and that his daughters set off for Oxenford. We then reported our findings to the Baron and he finally told us the rest of Ciri's story, where we found out our next destination, Novigrad, before being interrupted by this nasty looking creature who would end up being pivotal to the story. More on him later. With that done, we got the next story trophy family counselor before heading off to Crookback Bog with the Baron to save his wife, later running into his daughter as well, who also had the same idea, but sadly it was too late as his wife had completely lost her mind. We then got into our next boss fight here, where I unlocked the trophy Can't Touch This for killing 5 foes without taking any damage. From there, I took on some more Witcher contracts where I unlocked the next trophy for taking out this shrieker, before running into a bandit camp where I got the trophy Triple Threat for killing 3 opponents in one fight using 3 different methods. I picked up the main story again from there and journeyed to Novigrad to find Triss, a former love interest of Geralt's that I found out after beating the game book readers absolutely hated, and this was apparently because she used magic to have Geralt cheat on Yennefer with her. Now you see, this was a bit awkward for me because I actually chose to romance her over Yen in my playthrough. So if it wasn't clear to you already, unlike I Am Rob, I didn't read the books. Eventually, through a string of long quests, we would learn that Ciri met up with Dandelion before he too disappeared without a trace. And at this point, I grinded out a lot and played this game to death almost 20 hours a night on average the last 2 days, having 5 days left to complete this challenge, feeling really good about that. So I decided to put the controller down and finally get some sleep. But the next day, when I jumped back on, the most unexpected thing that could possibly happen became a reality. Oh, dude, this is not good. PlayStation Network is down. Ah, God, I hope it's only for a few minutes. This is like eating at valuable time that I don't have to platinum this game. PlayStation Network is currently down, with players all around the world losing it and starting to crash out, as this could be more serious than we all thought. Here's what we know. The PlayStation Network has been down for hours at this point, leaving players without a way to do anything. There's currently no way to connect with friends, no way to buy or play games, and no way to even manage your account, meaning even those out there like me who just play single player games are affected too, because we can't even restore our licenses. When I was finally able to get back on, I continued pushing through the main quest, only having 4 days left to knock this platinum out. Where after doing a lot of favors and getting some answers, all roads eventually led back to the local gang leader, Whoreson Jr.
What the sandwich is this?
Ooh.
Hello, Junior. I've come to talk. Got a few questions to start with.
I'll tell you everything.
I'd like to know how the ashen-haired woman ended up meeting you and what happened to her.
What happened to her? She attacked me.
Lie one more time, and I'll cut your balls off. Wasting my time, Junior. I need details.
I'll tell you all.
What happened to the woman?
One of the boys got her in the back, but she's alive, I swear it.
You hurt the woman I'm looking for. You tortured her friend.
I beg you. Got what I deserved. Have mercy. Please.
I'm no executioner.
Thank you.
Good news was Ciri could still be alive. Bad news was we still had no idea where she ran off to. So we had to find Dandelion, and together with Triss, we came up with a plan to stage a fake exchange with Caleb Menge. But sadly, that plan went to shit when Triss jumped the gun a little too quickly. There we go. Give us the information now, son.
He say where Dandelion is?
Yes, but
Little hasty there. Oh, holy Holy shit! Before he died, we did get one piece of useful information, and that was that Dandelion was imprisoned and scheduled to be sent off to Oxenford. So we devised a plan to break him out, and once we finally found him, unlocked the trophy of Friend in Need. He later told us that him and Ciri had been split up ever since their heist went south, while trying to steal this small phylactery that was now under Geralt's protection. So with nothing else to go off of and no new leads, Geralt decided the best course of action now was to meet back up with Yen and Skellige. But before doing all that, I decided to knock out some more side quests and Witcher contracts, racking up a few more trophies along the way, including Bombarder for collecting 6 different bomb formulas, Butcher of Blaviken for taking out at least 5 opponents in under 10 seconds, Armed and Dangerous for equipping a full set of Witcher gear, the Doppler effect for wrapping up the Doppler Witcher contract in Novigrad, and Environmentally Unfriendly for killing 50 enemies using the environment, before hitting a brick wall with the worst monster in the entire game, as I finally got a taste of how punishing this Death March difficulty actually was. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Oh no! God damn it, stop dodging, you. One shot, one shot, one shot! Oh, keep moving, keep moving. One shot. Let's go! Fuck you! After finally taking down the Foglit once and for all, I met back up with Triss to help her and the rest of the sorcerers escape Novigrad once and for all, as they were being hunted down by the guard there. But right before she could get on the boat and leave, we stopped her and convinced her to stay, making sweet, sweet love afterwards. Sorry, book readers. Again, I didn't read the books. And sending her on her way to Kaer Morhen for our full set trophy later. We were now bound for Skellige on the only ship that would traverse the dangerous waters there, which of course led us to getting shipwrecked. After waking up on the sandy beach, we made our way up to Kaer Trolde, finding out once there that they just lost their king and were looking for a new successor, before finally reuniting with Yen. She tells us here that there was a recent burst of magic that destroyed everything nearby. She suspects it may have something to do with Ciri, but unfortunately the druids restricted her from accessing the area, probably because of her nasty attitude. So we had to call in a few favors, but first headed up to the feast and met a few people here, including Ceres and Crate, who we'll touch back on later, before sneaking off with Yen and stealing a mask that would help us track Ciri. After that, we went to speak with Ceres' father and an old friend of Geralt's, Croc on Crate, and with his blessing got permission to explore the magical explosion site as long as we can help him find his missing son later. We immediately headed to the site and discovered that Ciri was in fact there with someone else, tracing it all the way back to a nearby village where the people told us that she was helped by one of their own before he became a deserter. We went on to go find this guy afterwards, along the way unlocking the trophy That's the Evilest Thing for igniting the gas produced from a dragon's dream bomb using a burning opponent, only to discover he was already dead. But Yennefer had a plan, and just like her choice in clothing, this got extremely dark.
Selene, Selene, Davidar!
Are you Craven of Lofoten?
No,
We're looking for Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes. Have you seen her?
they cursed me!
I don't care about that. What happened to her?
Mister, help me. Ciri. Zirel. Can you hear me?
Oh, this is the guy that was communicating with her earlier in the
I
game.
must leave you now.
The
We will
elf.
meet beneath drowned dead rock. Can you remember? Repeat it.
Drowned. Dead rock.
You're awake. And I thought you'd...
Where am I?
It's all right. You're on Hindersfjall, village of Lofoten. They call me Skjal.
Run for your lives!
You stay here! I'll go and...
I can look after myself. What?
Isn't that the Red Baron's like jester or whatever? All right, let the guy
What
die.
became of that creature? Where is he?
Damn, poor guy. Necromancer, let's go. We now had to go back to Velen to grab Uma from the Baron, but first I had to wrap up everything here in Skellige, which included some more Witcher contracts where I got the trophy even odds for taking out 2 monsters without using signs, mutagens, potions, oils, or bombs, and a few side missions that saw us rescue Croc's son Yelmer by taking out a fabled giant, and another that saw Ceres become queen, unlocking the trophy Kingmaker. But it was a different side mission with Ceres that had my jaw completely hit the floor.
You must put him in the oven. Trust me.
What?
Give me the babe.
In the oven. Throw him in the oven.
What? Oh! Oh! The f did I just do? I gotta process that. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my god. With all that done, we ventured back to Velen and grabbed Uma, taking him to Kaer Morgan afterwards, where we would lift the curse, revealing his true identity, Avalot. And while still extremely weak, he was able to tell us exactly where Ciri was. I was now starting to reach the point of no return, so I knocked out a few more Witcher contracts, unlocking the trophies Woodland Spirit and Ashes to Ashes, while also unlocking the trophy Enemy of My Enemy for using Axii to force one opponent to kill another 20 times. Along the way, finally unlocking the trophy Globetrotter for discovering 100 fast travel points, while wrapping up all the horse races for the trophy Fast and Furious, and blowing up some more monster nests for the trophies Fire in the Hole and Pest Control. It was now nearing the time to set off for the Isle of Mist, so knowing we would have an inevitable fight on our hands once we got back to Kaer Morgan, I rallied all the old allies that were willing to help, finally unlocking the extremely missable trophy Full Crew, before setting sail for the Isle, not knowing what to expect.
Yes.
Oh, dreadful sorry.
Huh?
Step aside.
She's cold. Spirits left her. Nothing we could do.
There's
Let's
no way.
wait by the boat.
There's no way she's in there, dude. There's no way. Is this finally the moment? No, it's somebody else. Oh my god. It's her, dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Don't tell me we finally find her and she's dead, bro. Oh no. Oh. Not after all that. Oh god, please. Oh yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a fucking mess right now, bro. We found her. Let's go. After reminiscing a bit with Ciri and unlocking the trophy Something More, we escaped the Wild Hunt again and headed back to Kaer Morgan where she would reunite with everyone else there. Sadly though, we had to hurry and get down to business with the Wild Hunt breathing down our necks, which led to an epic battle that ended with tragedy. Come on, Yen. That's not big enough. There we go.
See the commander? Name's Imlerith. I remember him from back when I rode with the hunt.
Damn it. Spell's waning. We're becoming visible.
Ooh! Let's go. Triss is insane, dude.
Geralt!
Oh, shit! Dude, this is so awesome. Come on.
The gate, damn it! Shut the gate!
Here we go. Oh no. No, 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 no. Let's go! I knew it was worth banging you, girl. There we go. Come on, Ciri. What is that? Are they retreating? Oh no! I'm frozen!
Come.
Oh!
Shan't escape me this time.
No, not Vesemir.
Ciri, no! I forbid you!
Can't end like this.
You always were an unruly child. I adored that about you.
Oh!
Now fly! Oh
my god, dude. Thanks to Ciri's incredible powers, the Wild Hunt retreated as we mourned the loss of Vesemir and gave him a proper burial. We couldn't possibly stand around at this point and wait for the Wild Hunt to come back. So we decided to take the fight to them, and together with Ciri went to go take out one of their leaders, along with the crones. So we split up, opting to have Ciri take out the evil witches after winning a game of rock, paper, scissors. But unfortunately, one of them got away. Next up was Ilmarith himself, which surprisingly was a much harder boss fight than the crones, as I died a lot here. Well, that didn't work out for me. Quen would be so helpful here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, he's teleporting now! Oh, that's fucking amazing! Let's go! Oh no.
Who taught you to fight like this?
The Witcher you slew.
Oh, toasty! There we go. Little smashy smash. Oh, let's go! With that fight done, I reached level 28 and was finally able to fill all my mutagen slots for the trophy mutant. But don't worry, I quickly took them all off again because I didn't forget about the challenge. I then took on a few more Witcher contracts from there and got our next combat-related trophy, Overkill, for making an opponent suffer from bleeding, poisoning, and burning simultaneously. Following that, I wrapped up a side quest with Dijkstra and took down King Ravided once and for all. Before, Dijkstra himself turned on us and we had to kill him too, unlocking the trophy Assassin of Kings. I also played a lot of the very addictive card game here too, Gwent, and unlocked the trophies all in for playing 3 hero cards in a single round, Geralt and Friends for winning a round using only neutral cards, and Gwent Master for winning the tournament in Novigrad, before knocking out all the fist fights in Skellige. But of course, when they ran out of humans for me to whip on, they threw a goddamn bear at me. But to be honest, he was light work too, and I quickly unlocked the trophy Brawler. And if a bear wasn't enough, I had to fight a freaking rock troll next. And while a bit tougher, it didn't take me long to beat him too and score the trophy Brawl Master. From there, I knocked out another Witcher contract for the trophy Friend or Foe, before picking up the main story again afterwards, where we teamed up with Avallac'h and traveled through different worlds using some portals until reaching the elven world of Tirnalia, where we tried to convince the Wild Hunt General Gales to help us by revealing to him that Eredin killed his former king. Of course, he didn't believe it at first until we took him back to our world and had him dream it. When he awoke, he finally agreed to help us, unlocking the trophies Not. After that, we set off to find the Sunstone, which we needed to summon Eredin, and with all the preparations now made, it was time for the final showdown. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god! Oh! I'm not even teleporting, it's just her automatically! Oh my god, brother, what in the world is this? Is this what easy mode feels like? Oh my goodness! Oh, come on.
Almost, Sirach. Almost.
Oh, shit. I had no idea Geralt was even frozen, bro.
Witcher, so be it. Let us end this.
All right. This is gonna be a little bit harder because Ciri is pretty overpowered. Maybe she's, oh yeah, she softened him up for us. My god, brother, what the crazy shit? And he summoned shit. Come on. Let's go! Is that it? Yeah! Die, bitch. Let's fucking go. Don't drown. Fucking kill him. Okay, he's dead. Swim, swim, swim. Oh no, come on. What's this? No! Come on. Don't do it. Just step aside, man. Oh!
Witcher. I was hoping you'd come. I've something to tell you. But I'll do so afterwards.
As you expire.
That's cold, though. You gotta admit. That's fucking cold, dude. Holy shit! He just chucked my ass in there. What a game. Oh my god, bro. Oh! Oh! Shit. Why can't I move? Oh, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go! Ooh! Oh, here we go. Back on the ship. Come on. Did I do it? Let's go! You're done!
You said you had something to tell me.
Avallac'h has tricked us both.
What?
He set us against each other, and he's made off with Cyrilla.
I don't believe you.
God damn it. Oh, there we go. Let's go, Yin. The king is dead. Let's go. Defeat Eredin.
Where's Ciri?
What? I thought you knew.
All I know is Avallac'h might have betrayed us.
The gate between the worlds is open. We must reach the tower, quickly. Stop Avallac'h.
Will we both get through?
No! You must go alone!
I'll come back. With Ciri.
Geralt. So unfortunate. I'd hoped you wouldn't have to witness this.
Where's Ciri?
Listen.
Shut up. I've heard enough of your bullshit. Draw your weapon. Let's get this over with.
I am not your foe. I am merely helping Cyrilla.
I don't believe you. Can't. Not after all that's happened.
Will you believe me? Avallac'h speaks the truth. I asked him to help me open the tower, because I aim to enter it.
Why the hell would you do this? The Wild Hunt's been defeated.
The White Frost has not. The prophecies are true. I have seen worlds bound in ice. I know what awaits you. Only the Elder Blood can stop the White Frost. Only I can stop it.
Who are you?
You know who I am, and why I'm here.
I do. You needn't. I'm no longer a threat. I starve, for the swamp is poisoned. I've no strength to hunt humans.
How many have you already killed? How many more might you still?
Mostly I had no choice in the matter. A last wish.
No.
The crone. What's she done to you?
Stole my daughter's medallion.
Heed my words. The crone will fight like a hounded wolverine. Why risk it? Find the girl a new pendant. Her sorrow will pass in time.
No, it won't. My daughter's dead.
Oh no. Oh shit. Let's get this bitch once and for all. Come on. Just stay still for a second. It's only take a minute. Let's go! Here it is. Passed the trial! Ran the gauntlet! Walk the path, let's go. So yeah, if it wasn't clear from that ending, I messed up somewhere. As the canon ending, of course, was Ciri surviving and becoming a Witcher herself. So I'm gonna have to replay this game on my own time in the future, which I'm really looking forward to because it's incredible. For now though, I had to finish this Platinum Challenge, in which I only had 2 days left thanks to the PlayStation Network outage. I was in rough shape here, pretty much running on fumes and sugar-free rock stars, with the odds of me completing it in time extremely slim, as I still had both massive expansions to finish, along with a ton of miscellaneous trophies, including having to beat around 100 people in Gwent. I started by knocking out the remaining Witcher contracts, which unlocked the trophy Geralt the Professional. I then used the Potion of Clearance to reset my ability tree, purchasing all the general skills afterwards, unlocking the trophy Dendrologist, before finding a nice farm spot to knock out a couple of notoriously tricky trophies, where in one I had to push 10 enemies off a ledge using Ard, and another where I had to get 50 headshot kills with a crossbow, unlocking the trophies Humpty Dumpty and Master Marksman. From here, I started on the first expansion, Hearts of Stone, which, hot take, was my favorite of the two because of its incredibly tight storyline, which I feel is the best in the entire game. There was also the character known as Gaunter O'Dim, which was not only the best villain in all of Witcher 3, but one of the most memorable villains of all time in any video game that I've ever played. Personally up there for me with Voss from Far Cry 3 and Joker from the Arkham series. The story here begins with us taking on a job for Olgierd von Everett, where we had to take down a giant frog-like beast who ended up being an Ophirian prince, unlocking the trophy I'm Not Kissing That. This caused Geralt to be taken away by Ophirian soldiers and thrown into a cage, unlocking the trophy Munchkin afterwards for reaching level 35. Until out of absolutely nowhere, Gaunter O'Dim showed up to offer us a deal that we couldn't refuse.
I'd prefer to focus on something more useful, like getting you off this ship. Because you do wish to disembark, do you not?
Yeah, sure. But what on earth could you...
Oh, more than you'd ever expect. I shall help you, Geralt. But before I do, I must know you'll return the favor.
Can't possibly get something for nothing.
Indeed. When all's said and done, I am a merchant. So, do you want my help?
Yes.
It's a deal. Once it's all over, we shall meet at midnight at the crossroads, neath the willows near the village of Yatra. Ah, and I must give you something to remember me by.
What's that?
A mark to show we're associates.
Is this guy God or something? How does he have a control over the weather? What?
The other drowned. We could do nothing. We deliver live this one. Apart from all else, the hell the king is sure to condemn him to. I wish.
Oh no! My homie died!
Slaying and watering. This the punishment for regicide entails.
Oh, there we go! Let's go! Once free, we took out the remaining soldiers here and met back up with O'Dim, where he told us the truth behind old Geralt's motivation and how he wanted to take him out. But first, we had to fulfill 3 of Von Everett's wishes, which included bringing him a house and showing his brother the time of his life. Unfortunately, these first 2 requests were a lot easier said than done, as the house wasn't really a house, and his brother Vladimir had been dead for years. So we had to go to his grave and summon his ghost, letting him possess us afterwards and taking him to a wedding along with Shawnee, who was helping us fulfill this wish. Here, I did every activity on the map, including dancing, drinking, pig herding, flirting, a missing slipper game, and more. Unlocking the trophy, let the good times roll. Before the clock hit midnight and O'Dim sent Vladimir back to where he came from, we think. We now had to fulfill the second wish by going to an auction nearby, where after bidding on everything there and winning, I got the trophy Shopaholic. Doing this got us an introduction with Horst Barsodi, who quickly shut us down and kicked Geralt out. But luckily, we ran into a mysterious stranger here who also wanted access to Barsodi's vault, pulling off a heist with him later alongside 2 other people and turning on him in the end after making a deal with Barsodi, which got us the house and wrapped up this second request. The third and final request required us to get a flower from Olgir's wife, which again was a lot easier said than done, as she was also dead. This quest had us go into her painted world, reliving all her past memories, which got us the trophy Curator of Nightmares. We then had to take on multiple Olgirds in a twisted fight that got us the missable trophy When It's Many Against One, for taking all of them out at the same time. With this nightmare destroyed, Iris could finally be at peace, rewarding us the rose soon after. And now that all 3 wishes were granted, we met up with Shawnee and spoke to a local professor who revealed to us the true nature behind O'Dim's motivation, finding out that he was pure evil and craved human souls. And the only way to get him out of a contract was to beat him at his own game by outsmarting him. We then met up with both Olgerd and O'Dim for the conclusion to this epic story.
Fulfilled the 3rd wish.
How do I know this to be the rose?
Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
Think she loved you. Meant this as a token of that love.
So glad to see everyone's pleased. How do you feel, Von Everett? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
O'Dim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes, and...
And we stand together on the moon.
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Boss, you cheated me.
I never cheat.
Wait.
Do not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both. Maybe we can bet on a challenge.
But we shall do this my way.
What's happening?
You wish to play. So let us play. I shall tell you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free. To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me.
You're going down.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out.
Gotcha. Be gone. You've lost.
Let's go, baby! me?
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Thank you.
Ow.
Sorry.
Bro, what an expansion. Like, this is better than a lot of modern day video games. Like, are you kidding me right now? Yo, Pacta sunt servanda. With that story a wrap, I started cleaning up all the leftover trophies for Hearts of Stone, including can quit any time I want for being under the influence of 7 potions at the same time, return to sender for killing 3 opponents with their own arrows, Wild Rose dethroned for defeating all of the fallen knights and looting their campsites, I wore Ophiri before it was cool for collecting all available Ophiri armor and horse gear, Mooderer for game ending 20 cows, and finally Rad Steez bro for sliding downhill uninterrupted for 10 seconds. Now with all that done, I booted up the Blood and Wine expansion where we were united with 2 old friends of Geralt who told us their queen Anna Henrietta had summoned us back to Toussaint as she desperately needed our help stopping a beast there. So we wasted no time and headed straight there, unlocking the trophy The Witcher's Gone South, before running into a Cyclops and having another opportunity for a trophy here if I could shoot his eye with a crossbow, which was insanely tricky. Stop moving! David and Goya, let's go. With that done, I was free to go see the queen, but because I was paranoid at the absurd amount of missable trophies in this DLC, I started hammering away at one of them first, unlocking the trophy The Grapes of Wrath Stompers for settling the wine wars between different vineyards here in Toussaint. I then continued the story again in search of one of the beast's victims and ran right into Abruxa. I took her out and grabbed a hand she was munching on and immediately brought this evidence to the Duchess, who was in the middle of watching a tournament. Then after saving the day and bringing down the monster there, we spoke with the queen and learned that the victims so far were all knights of Toussaint. This narrowed down the search as we realized from there who the next target was, immediately going after him, but it was too late.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered Abruxa, who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
You'll not get the chance. You were to stay where you were. Regenerate!
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Oh.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
Huh.
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend.
Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle.
So yeah, vampires. Regis here explains that Detlef has to be killing these knights for a reason, as he doesn't just kill people for sport. So with that, this investigation would have to continue as we had to find Detlef again and speak to him. In the meantime though, a bunch of new side missions became available, and because they were all tied to missable trophies, I worked on them right away. Unlocking the trophies Weapon W for developing a mutation, playing house for using all available options to develop my home in Corvo Bianco, a Knight to Remember for answering the tournament and winning every single competition, and embodiment of the 5 virtues for obtaining Erendite from the Lady in the Lake. Sadly, at this point the clock had struck midnight and I officially failed the time challenge, meaning, you guessed it, on the next video I'll have to platinum my friend Peppa Pig. Great. But this train doesn't stop now. From there, I sought out every Grandmaster crafting diagram, introducing this DLC, unlocking the trophy Turned Every Stone, before crafting one entire set for the trophy Dress to Kill. I then started finding and beating every single player at Gwent here in Toussaint, unlocking the trophies I Have a Gwent Problem, and killing it for winning one of those rounds with a total strength of 187 or more. With all that finally out of the way, I picked up the story again, where after finding out that Detlef was actually blackmailed to murder those knights because someone was holding his lover Sienna hostage, we discovered the actual person behind it was none other than Anna Henrietta's sister Sylvia. So we went to go find her along with Regis and Detlef, along the way earning the trophy Hasta La Vista for freezing an enemy and killing them with a crossbow bolt, only to learn that Sienna and Sylvia were the same person and she was playing Detlef this whole time. This sent him into an uncontrollable rage as he set out to destroy the entire city unless Sienna was delivered to him on a silver platter. There was only one problem. Anna took her sister in and stuffed her in a magical world full of fairy tales. So we had to go break her out while the city burned down around us. Eventually going to Pound Town with her because I have zero shame and escaping. But unfortunately, Detlef was already there waiting for us, and an ending that was full of twists and turns.
Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse. For now we must part.
Oh no.
What? But how?
How'd she end up back there?
The ribbon.
Oh, the ribbon.
I've been fooled again. She will pay for this sooner or later. She will pay.
There was some importance to that. Damn, dude, this is crazy. There you go. There you go. No! Come on.
Both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence!
What is this? Oh, there we go. No more flying for you. Oh, now he's gonna teleport. Great. From one annoyance to another. Oh! Am I gonna become a vampire now? Dude, this is crazy. Come on. Come on, I'm almost there. Can I die now? Is that it? Please tell me I got him. I'm literally about to die from toxicity. Oh, God, thank you. There you go.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Last action hero, let's go!
Show Sylvia Anna in.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Will you forgive me?
I shall never forgive you.
What? Oh my God! I did not see that coming, dude. What? With the story complete, I had to run that ending back all over again for our next trophy, which required Sienna to die and us to let Detlef escape without harm. This resulted in Geralt getting thrown into prison until getting bailed out by Dandelion and unlocking the trophy King of the Clink. I now just had one trophy left to go, and of course I had to leave the funnest one for last, and that was to beat everyone at Gwent, which at this point was about 60-ish people. And even though it was a lot, I had an absolute blast doing it. I love Gwent, dude. Congratulations, you played yourself. I love whipping these people like Gwent because they're all just so f***ing rude. Oh, there it is! Card collector! Acquire all Gwent cards available in the base version of the game, which means, ladies and gentlemen, after hours, the limits of the possible, platinum done. What a game. Another masterclass of storytelling. CD Projekt Red could do no wrong in my mind now, and I can't wait for The Witcher 4. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a like for more. Don't forget to comment down below which game you want to see me platinum next, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and hit that notification bell to stay in the loop between uploads so you don't miss a single video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.